Today on Upfront, a visit to the Iowa State Fair for a summertime spin on politics. We take a look at a campaign tradition that has candidates taking turns on a soapbox to share viewpoints and court voters. Plus, Trump tops the GOP presidential polls, while other big names drop. Is it the name game or the ground game that matters? And what do the polls mean for Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker?
I think he needs to be hungrier.
We go back to school at the University of Wisconsin-Madison to do some election research. Then, the last rounds of the PGA Championship play out at Whistling Straits. And the focus is on both the greens and the greenbacks. Up Front takes a global look at Wisconsin's place in the world of golf.
Covering the issues important to Wisconsin. This is Up Front with Mike Goucher.
Hello and welcome to Up Front. I'm Kent Wainscott sitting in for Mike Goucher. Summertime in Wisconsin is the season for golf, time at the lake, and a visit to the state fair. No matter where you live in this state, you know this is the time to get out and enjoy. And no one, including Governor Scott Walker, wants to be left out. The governor made time for the annual Governor's Blue Ribbon Livestock Auction at the Wisconsin State Fairgrounds and photo ops with scholarship winners and the Clements Racing Sausages. Tomorrow, he'll be at the Iowa State Fair, an almost certain stop for anyone who wants to be president. After all, Iowa is the state that starts the voting in the race for the White House. In fact, it's a tradition at the fair for the presidential hopefuls, Republicans and Democrats alike, to take an allotted 20 minutes on what's known as the soapbox to court the voters of Iowa. Cynthia Fodor of our Hearst station, KCCI in Des Moines, Iowa, has the Upfront cover story.
The next 7 days here, Iowans will have the unique opportunity to rub elbows with and to help choose the next president of the United States. It's a tradition even George Washington wouldn't miss.
It all starts here in Iowa.
As American as apple pie on a stick.
This time, 17 Republicans are coming to Iowa to ask for your vote and support in the caucuses. There'll be a handful of Democrats who will come as well. Hillary probably is not going to come. She'll email in her appearances.
Presidential hopefuls climbing up on the soapbox at the Iowa State Fair.
I am unbought and I am unbossed. I do not, I will listen to everyone, but I have my own mind. Everybody knows it if they see the entire trajectory of my career.
We need to return to the economics that actually works. We have so now concentrated wealth and power in the hands of so few that it is literally taking opportunity out of the homes and the wallets and the neighborhoods of the many.
On day one, 3 candidates hit the ground running, getting their ground game on, cooking chops over a hot grill and shaking hands with every fairgoer a possible caucus voter.
I feel like I know them personally after meeting them here at the fair. If they're going to move on in the process, they have to answer the questions that they get in Iowa.
Mike Huckabee, first out of the gate here, knows the importance of pressing the flesh at the fair. He won the Iowa caucuses in 2008.
Most candidates hide behind the walls of a nice cocktail party in Georgetown, and they don't rub shoulders with people who are standing out here sweating through the state fair.
As candidates walk through crowds fielding questions between corn dogs and Ferris wheels, this is where Iowans separate the wheat from the chaff.
As grassroots as it gets, you need to shake every hand, you need to go to every vendor and every booth and say hello. Iowans, they value authenticity.
The folksy face-to-face exchanges have become part of the fair entertainment. But through all the silliness, Iowans take this seriously.
Being an informed citizen is the most important duty of an American. I mean, how do we keep democracy strong? We participate in it.
And this is just the beginning. We'll be seeing a whole lot more of the candidates at town hall meetings and small town cafes throughout the state from now until the caucuses February 1st. At the Iowa State Fair, Cynthia Fodor in Des Moines.
Iowa is the destination for candidates and a fascination for pollsters. The public policy polling survey released last Tuesday showed Hillary Clinton would lose the swing state of Iowa to several potential Republican opponents. The poll showed Clinton on the downside of matchups against GOP candidates Marco Rubio of Florida, Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, and retired surgeon Dr. Ben Carson. Clinton is the frontrunner in the race for the Democratic nomination. Meanwhile, the GOP candidates continue to fight for position. Also making headlines last week, a Suffolk University poll of likely Iowa caucus voters. It shows businessman Donald Trump leading the pack with 17%. Scott Walker ranking second with 12%, followed by Senator Marco Rubio at 10%, retired neurosurgeon Ben Carson with 9%, and a tie between Texas Senator Ted Cruz and businesswoman Carly Fiorina with 7% each. Joining us to talk about the Suffolk University poll is the director of the school's Political Research Center in Boston. David Paleologos joins us from our affiliate there, WCVB. David, thanks for being with us. You conducted the phone interviews with likely caucus goers there in Iowa. Scott Walker has fallen from his perch as the front runner that he has enjoyed for the past several months. Jeb Bush also showed some significant drop. To sort of use a play on words, have they been trumped in this race in Iowa?
Well, I think the debate performance last Thursday night had a lot to do with it. If you look at the numbers, the people who grew in the poll were Marco Rubio, Carly Fiorina, Ben Carson, and at, I think, Scott Walker's expense, at least from what the poll tells us.
So what do the results say at this point about his standing in this race?
My reading of the Iowa numbers might be a little bit counterintuitive, but I don't think Donald Trump is his focus. He has to deal with the three political commodities that are hot right now, Carson, Rubio, and Fiorina, because they really they're holding him from growing, and they drew support away from them. And we know that from second choice votes, most memorable moment, who impressed. And the poll tells us that if you connect the dots in the poll, it's really at that expense. In terms of the debate preparation, the content is there, the substance is there for Scott Walker. He needs to be more engaging, and I think he needs to be hungrier, and his message has to be crisp.
Let's talk about the three hot candidates, as you described them, Rubio, Carson, and Fiorina. Was the boost that those three candidates got in the numbers directly a result of that debate, or did they have to be in sort of a position of growth for that to happen? I think
partly both, you know, and both were pretty popular. The point is that the field time of the poll, we went right into the field Friday night. The debate was Thursday night. You had all the news reports Thursday night and Friday morning, and so we really got a good look at debate watchers, likely voters, and so on. And even as bad, relatively speaking, as Walker did in our poll, I know the CNN poll had Walker a little bit lower, but I think if you look at our poll of very likely voters, he only trailed Trump by 3. If you look at people 18 to 35, he beat Trump. If you look at people who are 75 years of age or older, he beat Trump, even in this poll. And if you look at the Northeast region, I don't mean just Clayton County, which touches Wisconsin, but I mean all of the counties, or the majority of the counties in the Northeast of Iowa, between I-35 and I-80, Walker beat Trump. So you have still strength in the poll.
And you don't think Scott Walker should be concerned about the fact that he's dropped from the top spot in Iowa, that you think he's still in a good position there?
Oh, I think he should be concerned, and clearly there's room to grow, as I had indicated. But, you know, he's a known quantity. There's more pressure on him, I think, than Donald Trump, because Iowa candidates that win Iowa, like Santorum and like Huckabee, don't do well in New Hampshire. So the pressure is really on for him to exceed expectations. In our poll and in other polls that came out after the debate, people had the expectation that Walker was going to win. He dropped into second place. That might be a blessing. It might help focus his campaign and sharpen his message, and also for him to work on his style so that he contrasts better with his opponents.
David Paleologos, thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate your time. In a moment, a skeptic's view of the polls. What do Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders have in common? And is there anything in the polls that should really worry Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker? That's next on Up Front.
Up Front with Mike Goucher, brought to you by the American Transmission Company and the Wisconsin Corn Growers Association.